Hey folks, it's Jang here from jangbricks.com with a Bloks Halo set review. This one was released quite a while ago, first in 2011. It's called the Revenant Attack set. Came with 281 pieces as of the time of this video. Currently sells for between $30 and $35 depending upon where you get it. And it is set number 96982. Here's the Revenant itself, the main focus of the set. This uses a combination of printed pieces, pre-printed pieces that is, and pieces that use stickers that you apply yourself. It's a pretty good build. It was actually surprisingly quick to put it together, given the fact that it does not use large exclusive pieces. It has some exclusive prints, but I believe all the shapes, possibly not this one, but at least the overwhelming majority of the shapes of parts here have been made available on other sets. These side pods actually can maneuver a little bit. You can kind of angle them back, or you can angle them forward. Got lots of range of motion there. That's a kind of cool look right there, even if it's not entirely accurate. It just kind of gives it a big stance and, you know, kind of big presence from the front. That's pretty cool. And the cannon on the back has a nice movement to it where you can kind of push it forward and retract it down like that. And just the place where they put the pivot, once again, they're really good with this in accuracy of placement of pivots on turrets and things like that, and cannons. Just the action is really good. Love this color, kind of a wine color, I guess. Very, very metallic, pretty close to what was used in game. I think in game was a little bit more red, but that really depended upon your exact TV settings and such. Got space for two dudes. Each one has a little console, a little reading of the terrain up ahead. And you can see that this thing is being moved around really easily. It's because they did a good job here of putting nice round upside down tiles on the bottom here, so it can slide over a lot of surfaces. And they actually lifted it up a little bit, a couple of little round plates in between, just to give it a little bit of elevation. Makes it look more like it's hovering properly. So a nice main center thing of the set. Let's look at some of the other stuff. I would bet that some people out there have bought this set just to get the bubble shield, because it's such a cool piece, completely transparent all the way around. It has seams. It's actually made of independent sections. You can kind of see the seams right there and right there. That's one piece, and it's just repeated all the way around. Very well done. Looks great. Has the nice hex pattern to it. You can attach things here. You can attach something up to the top, but you know, it's just really well done. And you've got the little generator in the center, which looks game accurate and appropriate. Only thing I don't like about this one is it doesn't quite fit in right there. It doesn't quite fit into that spot with the hole, a single stud on that tile piece. So it's kind of just sitting there. It doesn't fall over too easily, but if you really want that to be more sturdy, you'll want to put a 1x1 round plate piece on there first that has a hole in it that'll attach it firmly. The set included a couple of these older style Covenant barriers that we used to love to beat up on and wear down and make the tops of them chip off. They're just right, you know, they're just done properly, about as good as you could get for this scale and for that type of building system. I like it. They also give us this case, little canister, just basically a box you can put stuff in. You could even see if you can almost fit a minifig in there. Not quite, but you can put a lot of weapons and other things in there. So it's just a nice little added on thing. I think they added it in here mostly for texture, just to have another terrain style item, but very useful for storage. Okay, minifig time. So left to right, we get a regular kind of combat style elite, an elite ultra, and then a Spartan with the old Hazop armor. Remember, this was 2011 when this set came out. I like all three of these figures. That's rare for me to get one of these sets that has all figures that I like, that I would want to kind of feature in any sort of display of mine as, you know, figures that I'm especially proud to have. the combat one here. It's got the good eye detail with the red color there. Nice kind of sea blue, maybe navy blue, slightly greenish color overall. A little bit of light detail in there with the cyan and black accents. Just a good looking figure. But then compared to the Ultra, that Ultra really stands out. I've not personally seen, or at least owned, another Mega Bloks figure with that color scheme. Kind of a rose gold color as that accent, and it is a metallic color, like a metallic pink. Very interesting, very different. You've got some slightly desaturated kind of magenta used in there also, and gunmetal gray accents. It's a really interesting looking figure. And then the last one is a Hazops Spartan, and I think they did a good job with the wash. This one does have a wash over the parts that are in silver to kind of dull it down, and the end result is just a overall color scheme, I think, that looks pretty realistic actually. Let's take a look at all these figures from the back, see how those go. See, again, the Hazops Spartan just looks good from the back too. This is a pretty commonly used piece for the torso here. And for weapons, we've got the plasma rifle here, the older needler here, and the Spartan does have an old SMG. Now the Spartan gives us another option also, because they give us some armory parts, which you see here. So the interesting thing about this armory setup is that the head is actually the same mold again as the figure comes with to begin with, but the color scheme is obviously different. This one has no alternate paint on the top. This one has that red stripe, and you've got the black visor used this time, and then they use the grenadier arms, so you've got the alternate different shoulder pad pieces, and this is what he looks like with those parts attached to him. This is a really good looking figure. I thought that in his normal form he looked pretty good, but this is probably even better. Great job with the way that the wash just kind of settled around here. I don't know how intentional that was, but that is great kind of weathering. Gets just a little dirt around the bases of raised elements on there. That is beautiful. That is fine work. I really like this one. So nice that they gave us that extra option. Right on. I like this set. I think it's pretty cool overall. I liked the build of the Revenant. It was pretty quick and pretty simple, but still everything gets built up by yourself. You know, it's not just a few large pieces. The minifigs are definitely interesting, especially these two. I think stand out, especially this one, of course. But yeah, they're pretty interesting things. The bubble shield. I would love to have lots of bubble shields for like a battle style diorama. And yeah, overall I feel like it's a good value. I feel like it has good playability. I feel like it's pretty accurate to the game assets, and yeah, it's good stuff. I mean, really the only thing bad about it is just that the bubble shield generator doesn't fit on there with the, you know, securely. But I mean, that's such an insignificant thing that really says a lot when you know, I go really nitpicking and really can't find anything of worth to complain about. So happy across the board with this thing, and hope that you enjoyed this video. So that's it for this one. Thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned for more. I'm always coming up with more videos on a very regular basis, sometimes daily, sometimes even more than that. So be sure to check back on a regular basis, and you can see all of my updates, sometimes for stuff that's not even published on YouTube yet, at jangbricks.com. So see you there, and I'll talk to you again soon.